Hey everyone, my name is Morgan and welcome to today's video. What I have for you guys today is an insanely useful challenge to Horde strategy that you guys can use to get past some of those higher level challenges. My friends and I are using this in challenge 50 plus and it is still insanely effective. I wanted to do a video showing you guys so you can see as well and use it for yourself if you happen to be struggling. I'm going to go over the heroes you need for this, weapons, traps, gadgets, how it works and how to set it up, and then some things to look out for so you guys don't run into any problems. So let's go ahead and get into it. So for heroes, you need a minimum of 2 controller constructors. If you can run a full party of 4, that's fantastic, but you need a minimum of 2. This is somebody like Hazard the 13th from the Halloween event, or Controller Harper from the base game. If you have either one of these, that's fine. They're both the same hero, just a different skin. If you guys want to run just 2 controllers, other hero alternatives are Demolitionist constructors like 8-Bit Demo, Demo Penny, and Demo Bull, or any ability-based hero that can slow and disorient. I personally was using Master Grenadier Ramirez with Special Forces in the Tactical, so my grenades were flashbanged. I would throw a grenade, it would go off, and then any husks that were close to it, they would be all dazed and just kind of stand around, so you can use that to slow them down, or you can use something like Enforcer Grizzly for slowing effects on his teddies. Now, as far as weapons go, when you get to the higher level challenges, your basic weapons aren't really going to do anything to the husk, so I wouldn't bother crafting that. If you're still in the lower end, like challenge 25 and stuff, you can craft a weapon and still use it effectively, but once you get up to the higher stuff, where they're like 170 and higher, you're going to need an absolutely awesome explosive weapon, and you need that leveled up to Obsidian or higher. If you can take it to Bright Core, perfect, but you need an explosive weapon. This is stuff like the Snowball Launcher, Easter Egg Launcher, Bazooka, Dam Buster, anything like that that you guys can level up and use, that is perfect. For traps, you need the floor freezes, wall lights and wall launchers, and ceiling gas. The objective is to use as many sources as possible to slow the husks and keep them in your trap tunnels. As far as gadgets go, Slow Field is mandatory, but your second gadget can be whatever you want. I personally use Adrenaline Rush for the pickups on down teammates if they're within the radius when you use it. That's incredibly useful in those pinch situations, so that is my second gadget. So, with all the setup stuff out of the way, let's go ahead and get right into this. So, as soon as you start, you need to quickly pinpoint where the husks are spawning from. Once you guys have a location, you want to choose where you want to funnel all of the husk to. If you get one of the multiple spawns that kind of span an entire side, funnel them to the area in the middle and then block off the other entrances. So once you've figured out where your funnel is going to be, start blocking off all of the other entry points that are close by with walls, floors, and stairs. This is going to force the husk to head to your trap tunnel, and the way we did this was when the round started, we'd have 1 to 2 people dedicated to blocking depending on where we were, and the other 2 were building the tunnels and crafting traps. If you guys are still building as the wave starts, which tends to happen at the later waves, throw down your slow field at the entrance to your trap tunnels to buy yourself some additional time. Once you guys have the tunnel set and the entrance is blocked, this is where the strategy really starts to shine. One of the constructors needs to place their decoy in the trap tunnel, preferably in the middle or closer to where the husks are coming in, and the other controller constructors need to be ready. The decoy is going to attract all husks to it. Regardless of whether you have it in a trap tunnel, out in the open, all of the husks are going to pile up on it. So if you can get this like 2 to 3 tiles into your trap tunnel, that is absolutely perfect. While the husks are on the decoy, your traps are going to do a lot of the work, and all you need to do is just pound them with any explosive weapons you have. If you guys keep the decoys up, the husks will remain in the trap tunnel entirely, and they will never make it to the objectives. Now, sometimes a husk might slip past in the small seconds of downtime. You can use a bull rush to push them back in, or you can throw down a slow field to limit the distance they gain. Now, if you guys are using these decoys and stuff in the trap tunnels, and you're nuking them with rockets and stuff, if you're in a kill wave, this is going to make them go by really quick. If you guys are in a timed defense, you're going to want to try and keep them in the tunnels as long as possible. As long as you're getting decoys up as soon as the other one goes down, the husk will never leave and you're just burning down the timer. This strategy is still working for my friends and I in challenge 50 and higher, so once you get the basics down, you guys can really get the most out of it. but there are a few things you need to worry about when you do this. So first, if you mess up blocking paths, you might get the occasional straggler or two pushing through the defenses there. Sometimes Husk will take the longest way possible to get to you, but if you block everything the way it needs to, none will get through. Some spots are tougher to block as Husks spawn on very high ground, and they can just walk and drop down right on top of your building, so that's kind of learn as you go. It took me a couple tries to get this down, but as long as you're blocking stuff properly, the Husk will completely ignore you. It also helps that once you guys start blocking off a path, if the Husks haven't spawned in yet, you're good. If the Husks spawn in as you're blocking, some of them will path over to you and start tearing through your defenses regardless of whether you're blocking it. So learn how to block in each place. It's kind of learn as you go. As I said, it'll take a couple of tries. You're not going to get it perfect each and every time. Second, propanes can destroy your trap tunnels instantly, and the explosive weapons are a necessity for clearing the higher waves. So, if you guys happen to get propane rounds, just head to the front of your trap tunnel you've built, place your decoy out in front of that, and keep them away from your structures as long as you can. Absolute worst case scenario here, it gets destroyed, and you just keep them out in the open with constant decoys. As long as you have the other entrances blocked, the Husks are still going to try to go through the area your trap tunnel was. So if it gets destroyed, just throw down the decoys, keep them there, and you'll be fine. Third, lobbers can level your forts in seconds. Any round that you get lobbers, one person needs to stop defending altogether and be on roof duty. If this is somebody that's not playing a controller, put them on there. This person is essentially going to be building up stairs and floors to block off lobbers and ensuring the fort isn't destroyed. If you just need to sit on top of it, doing like ramps and floors and stuff, layering up the roof, that's perfectly fine. Whatever you need to do to keep those lobber skulls from getting to the objective will work perfectly fine. And then finally, avoid death burst modifiers. The reason I say avoid them is because they cause extreme lag in game. Now, modifiers are completely random each wave. You have a chance to get it, you have a chance to not to. I have a high-end PC, and any wave with death burst in the higher levels causes everyone to lag and stutter around. If you guys get death burst modifiers within your first 4 rounds, it's best to just quit out and restart. I know it's frustrating, but it's even more frustrating when you lose to insane lag and you can't shoot your weapons. Exploding death burst and healing death burst are the ones that cause the issues, and it's even worse in the higher challenge levels as there are so many Husks. So if you guys happen to get these on like your 5th or 6th wave, you can try to tough it out. Just know that this game is going to lag incredibly bad. If you get it in the first half, go ahead and leave, restart. It's not worth the frustration. But anyways, guys, that's really all there is to it. Keep your decoys up, keep the slow fields and things rotating in and out so you guys can keep the Husk in your tunnels, and ultimately this strategy is just super effective, but it's all up to you to figure out how you want to employ it. This was one of those things that will work any way you apply it as long as you're doing it properly. And my first few runs with this strategy, the main issues we faced were the stragglers getting around our defenses and of course the awful death burst modifiers. But after a few runs, you really get the hang of stuff and you can improve upon your experience with each completion. This was shown to me by 2 awesome guys that are friends with somebody in my Discord by the name of J-Boy and Steven, and I was honestly amazed at how effective it was, so I decided to share it with you guys. And that brings us to the end of the video. If this helped you out in any way, or if you guys just enjoyed the video, a like really does help me out a great deal. We're creeping up on 30,000 subscribers. That is absolutely insane, and I just want to thank you guys for all of the support you've been showing here on the channel lately. It really does mean a lot. We've nearly tripled in size since the beginning of the year, and you guys are honestly the best. Thank you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you guys are new to Split Screen, be sure to subscribe for everything Fortnite and more. Once again, my name is Morgan. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys next time.